Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Text Adventure. My name is Tim Smith, and this is part two. I'm very excited to tell you all about what I've learned, what I've added to the application, and where it's going to go. And I also want to show you the application itself. So buckle up and like and subscribe if you liked everything I've been making so far. And let's get on. So let me show you. If you watched my earlier video, you'll see that this file was more or less empty. I've added a lot more functionality to it, um, most of which I decoupled a lot of the functionality that was in this file and pulled them into their own files. Um, so for now, you get a nice welcome screen, and I can show you that here. It's very simple. Um, I'm using some ASCII text art to show the title screen of the application. So that's a library that I found and I'm importing. It's called Art, and it works really cool. I can pass in all sorts of different colors. I have the colors defined here, um, and obviously I'm importing every single color with this magical thing here, this asterisk, which saves a lot of typing. I really like that. Um, so the next thing that happens in the game is your hero setup. Because obviously, if you're going to have a text adventure, you need a hero. So I broke that into its own file and its own function, and this has a lot going on. Um, so obviously, you need to name your hero. So I have a separate function for that. What happens when the game is over? Obviously, that's an important function to have. You choose your name, and you choose what your hero is. We have a hero class, a wizard class, cleric class, and of course a thief class. I'm just going with generic Dungeons and Dragons things. Um, so let me go to my character class. This is what I'm most excited about. This is where I've been doing a lot of learning. Um, so I've defined all of the heroes' backstories up here. I just got this off ChatGPT. Don't fault me for not being creative. I just wanted some filler content while I figure out some Python. So I have a simple function that returns the text. I didn't want all that cluttering up down here. So a character itself, I'm defining the class. So it has a name, strength, magic, default weapon, um, and all of its attributes here. And then, of course, I'm using inheritance. This is something I'm learning. Um, I'm a JavaScript developer, and I've been working with object-oriented JavaScript for a while. I am finding Python extremely easy to learn, so that's really cool. Simply just being able to pass in character here makes a lot more sense than some of the loops I had to go through in JavaScript. So I have a hero, which this might seem redundant because it's really just a character with a few other things, but it differentiates from, if I come down here, um, the enemy. So I have an enemy subclass, which it's based, which all of the other enemies are based off of, and I have a hero subclass, which is what all of our heroes are based off of. And each of the heroes have their own attributes and functionality. So this has been really fun to make. I'm learning a lot. It's been, I've run into a lot of bugs. One thing I've loved about Python so far is that whenever you run into a bug, it's really easy to see the backtrace and see where the bug occurred and fix it. It gives great errors. Um, and I'm learning how to throw errors. Unfortunately, I don't have an example of that in this, but there are plenty of places where I could. Let me go ahead and show you. Um, so, for instance, here for this uh, invalid input, I could probably just throw a. My mind is blanking, but there's a better way to throw an error. And pardon me for blanking, but um, I'm going to do that as I upgrade this. Um, so I have food. Food is a class. Each of these foods have values. This is how much you can buy them for. I don't have buying built into it yet. Actually, but this is also how much um, it gives you, like, to restore your health points. So let me go ahead and show you the app. Looking at the code might be a little bit boring. It's the wrong way. So when you run the app, you get this beautiful text art, and I can make that color just about anything I want. You are limited to a certain set of colors that work with your terminal, but you can also use RGB colors at your own risk. You just got to make sure there's enough contrast that you can read it. Uh, so let's get going. Let's name our hero. My name is Tim, so let's name it Bob. And there's a neat thing I'm going to show you. For each of the different hero classes, I assigned a different color, which will go through the app not only for their hit bar, but as I'll show you, let's say I choose a warrior. This is a nice gray color. I figured a warrior is wearing uh, iron and all of that stuff. Uh, anyway, so it takes you into the main game loop here, um, and every time you walk, there's a 1 in 3 probability that you run into an enemy. So unfortunately, I get into this loop a little bit here. But you can explore. Um, oh, I hit an invalid key, but there you go. I got that, and it told me, and it went right back in. It didn't kick me out of the app. So let's hit 2 for explore. I didn't find any food. Let's try that again. Found nothing. Found nothing. Maybe I'll try eating something. Oh, I don't have any food. Wait. Yeah, I don't have any food, so I can't eat. Or I did. I did have food. Wow, this is not good. Anyway, I'm starting to sound silly and like my code doesn't work, but it does. My point is, I'm learning, I'm having fun.